So I was just speaking with a client about forgiveness and what forgiveness actually is and how to actually forgive, especially if you really don't want to forgive somebody. When we're talking about forgiveness, it's I choose to no longer hold against you. I choose to no longer hold you outside of my love. That love can be the higher love of unconditional acceptance, the higher love of spirit, of God. It doesn't have to mean that you now magically like that person or you let them back into your life, especially if they were unsafe in some way. But it means that you are freed from the difficult emotions that you were feeling in regards to them and whatever situation that you were involved with them. The reason we choose to forgive is because when I say I forgive, I'm saying I accept that this is what has happened, that this is what you did. I accept that this is how I felt, and I feel those feelings to accept them. I'm feeling those feelings, and as I feel the feelings, as I let myself go through them, then I'm able to naturally wash up into a letting go, because it's the feelings that are creating the glue and the stickiness, and that's when we don't let go. Sometimes we hold on to feelings. So this is where you have like a grudge against somebody and you're not forgiving for a long time. We hold on to those feelings for a hidden self-preservation based like intention. So it could be that there's a part of us that's been traumatized and saying, if I let go of my anger, I'm going to become vulnerable. I'm going to feel like not that fiery protection energy anymore, and I'm going to feel unsafe, and then I'm going to be unsafe. So I'm going to hold this anger forever so that I stay safe and I stay vigilant. That can be one example of where we're holding on to an emotion for a hidden second gain beneath. And that means that that part of you needs help with the trauma that they're still holding on. Now, we can want to forgive somebody and we can be in a place of just being honest and being like, I actually need to work on forgiveness. And so our choice can be, I choose to try to choose forgiveness. We don't want to bypass and be like spiritually bypass and be like, yes, I forgive that person, la la la, because then you're just going to suppress your emotions. And true forgiveness is doing that process if there's process to be done, and then coming to a natural point of neutrality. So now, when that person, for example, that person is probably going to continue to do their crappy behaviors or whatever, I'm not going to have this like hate towards them. I can dislike and almost hate the behavior that they have, but I don't hate the person because I'm not taking it personally anymore, because I have done the work to undo the glue that was making it personal. And ultimately, this is the higher truth, is that when someone or something hurts us, it is never personal. Even someone who's like making it personal, like an abuser or something like that, at the end of the day, anything bad that someone is ever doing is coming from their own disconnection from love and their own negative emotions and their connection to fear instead. And that darkness is never about us. It just is, and it's something that they're playing out, but it has nothing to do with you as a person, nothing personal like you deserved it or la la la. And they aren't necessarily a bad person, like as an essence, as a soul. They're not a bad soul, because there's no such thing as a bad soul. Everything is made from the light and love of source or God and goddess. And people act out the things that is not that love, the thing that is not light within them. And so it's a higher perspective that we want to get to, which is to say that Christ consciousness of being forgiving towards all, which is to be in forgiveness and acceptance towards all. And acceptance is spiritual acceptance, doesn't mean that I practically accept and tolerate unsafe or negative things around me. And I do continue to move towards love and building a loving, safe environment and life. But I don't take the darkness of the world personally. I don't take the darkness in someone else personally, and so it doesn't cause me to suffer. I'm not feeling hurt and hard done by, or like, yeah, any kind of personal hurt with that, because I know it has nothing to do with me. It just is a reflection of what they have lived in their life, and that is all. And I wanted to share that with you today. My name is Joy Sahasrara. I am a feminine embodiment mentor. I am a speaker, a psychic channel of over 10 years. And click like, follow, etc. if you enjoyed this.